Hello everyone and welcome back in a new episode of our Minecraft series. So a week went by. I have been doing a little bit of off-camera work. If you don't recall, in the last episode we first of all we went we started building our winter wonderland. So we went to the nearby mountain, the one behind the village, and we placed a portal, and also we created this little nicely decorated, nice. Could use some more detailing, but I'm quite satisfied with it for the moment. So this good looking, let's put it like that, better looking iceway. And I'm planning obviously on working also on the rest, but I'll have to do it in a live stream or off camera, I don't know. Here we have our portal. Well, we actually found this portal, it is a ruined portal which has been sitting here empty, idle, since we discovered the village. The village should be down here. We have to pay attention not to fall into the... There is some powdered snow. Look at these beautiful mountains. That mountaintop reaches the cloud height. So on this side down there is the village. In the second part of the video instead we went on exploring not any structure but the new blocks that have been added with the 1.21, since we have upgraded recently, and here you can see most of them copper blocks with the new tricky trials update. And we went on and upgraded our small iron farm storage mechanism, which now makes use of an auto crafter for automatically compacting the iron ingots produced into iron blocks. And here you can see we previously had, I believe, 12 chests, and now we have just one barrel. And one barrel full of iron blocks is more than enough for me to use, because I'm never going to use all that many. Off camera, I also have upgraded the pumpkin and melon farm. I have done a little bit of changes. You can see here, these are the two auto crafting modules. I've moved all the melons on the center in these chests, which you can see they are lower, while here I've put the pumpkins. Obviously I'm still in the process of converting each and every slice of melon, of funneling them in this auto crafters. You can see that it's still going on working. I have to swing by each every now and then for just putting in some more, and you can already begin to see the produce. Here we have all the compacted melons which are starting to come in, and that's very good because previously we had the farm was completely clogged up of melon slices, which I had never used. So now we have some renovated space, and we have no longer to have... I previously had a hidden chest of melons and a crafting table underneath the actual array. So, concerning today's episode, I am planning on working some bit more on the Winter Wonderland. I want to renovate the portal properly and put down a signboard for the things that we will have to delegate over to the Winter Wonderland itself. After that, I wanted to work on something that has been sitting here for, I believe one of the longest standing signs, which is the spider farm. I want to build... we have found in the past various different spawners, and I found one very close to the bottom of our elevator, which goes down to the deep dark level. I want to convert that spawner into a spider farm for some strings, since I will be needing them in the near future for some projects. No spoilers. Now then, I'll have to gather some materials here in our storage room, and then off we go to the Winter Wonderland. Incoming! I've chosen to take the shorter but longer run, longer way to arrive here to the location of our Winter Wonderland and not use the Nether, because I wanted to show you properly the beauty of this mountain. Here we have the village. So we'll have a lot of work ahead of us, because we are going to need, well, to thoroughly rework this area to fit our needs. I think I'm going to do some various things. I may do some ponding. So first of all, terraforming, definitely. Some pond here, and I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But first of all, we have to start working on the actual Nether portal. Okay, so welcome back. I have been working a tiny bit here. So I already see I've started a little patch of spruce wood. But most importantly, behind here we have the new portal. Ta-da! I've just refurbished it a little bit and added some little decorations. Nothing extremely elaborated, but I like it. I don't mind it at all for being, let's say, a random attempt. I've also been extending a little bit our domain here on this mountaintop. It's a little bit barren here. I'll have to add some more decorations. And I've placed down our trusty signboard. Well, yet another one. I have a real passion for them. Well, I've put down some things that I'd like to build here in this area. So, well, I've inserted the Christmas tree, although it's going to be raised at a much later date, definitely. And then some more practical things. I want to build a house, obviously. We'll have here, have the need of a bed nearby, because at the moment I'm going just down to the village to sleep. But having a little hut here for sleeping wouldn't hurt at all. Also because I plan on not using, well, on reducing as much as possible the usage of lighting, because I want to preserve the natural beauty of snow. And snow layers do despawn if the light level is too high. You can already begin to see it over there. Or for example, that tree is completely empty because both it was generated anew, but because also the little snow that had deposited on it melted. And also you can see the top of the portal is snowless because of this very same reason. Look at that! Look at that! It has begun to age. Wow. Okay, copper aside. So, I want to put down a snow farm, definitely, because if we are going to build here, we will be needing desperately a way to replenish our snow without having to thoroughly thrash the environment. I want to see, I can't remember right now, if it is possible to like automatically farm powdered snow. I know for a fact that if you put down a basin, a cauldron, and well, in a snowy biome, and it can get filled with snow, and you get a free, let's say, bucket of powdered snow. I don't know if it is if it can be automated or not. I don't think so, but might as well give it a try. And last but not least, the horn farm is very important because I want to get my hands on some horn. Since we have goats, we have goats over here. I'll have to trap them in a pen down where we do live, and then I'll have to have a look at how does horn farming work. Now that we have finished our work in the Winter Wonderland, I'm going to work on this tunnel this episode. I know it may be a little bit repetitive. I won't be making the usual third-person time-lapse because you have already seen in the last episode how I decorate the tunnels. But I have to do it because if we are going to go back and forth from our home over to the village and the Winter Wonderland, we have to have something more decent than this just dig site. And also mobs like magma cubes do spawn in this place, and I don't want to get attacked by them when I'm on a rush. That's the reason why I'm going to work on that for this second part of the video. See you in a bit when I have a little bit of progress. I'm going to do some progress updates. Welcome back. So I went a little bit ahead and ta-da! Look at what I've done. I have decorated all this iceway and also made a nice portal hub for the village. I like it quite a lot, using the actual palette of the village, so this wood stone mix and obviously the emeralds signifying the commerce opportunities. And here instead I originally had thought of going with the very same style like this, so using a ton of wood, but as I had completed these archways, I found myself quite satisfied already with the barren, let's say, design, leaving the walls crude, basalt and netherrack, and having just the columns and this minor details. And so I thought to myself, well, I might as well just leave it like this, and I'm quite satisfied with it because it's a nice conjunction between the Nether and the, let's say, village palette. So I'm very satisfied with it. So now we proceed with the last part of today's episode, which I had declared at the beginning, which is the spider farm. Okay, so you can now see me build the core of this spawner-based farm. In case you were new to it, you have to basically leave a room of size 9 by 9 by 3 height, centered on the spawner itself. So you can see that I have carved out everything, and I'm raising the walls where they are missing. Remember that when dealing with this area, because the one I have just mentioned is the actual spawning area, you have to leave a block or two above and below for allowing the mobs actually to spawn and not glitch themselves into the wall. The last tiny addition that you can see me doing right now is on the ceiling where the funnel carries out the spiders. I'm adding water to drown them if they were to climb up the wall and get stuck on the ceiling. Okay, welcome back. As you might have already seen me, we have built our new spider farm. We're just lacking one teeny tiny single thing, which is to start it. Well, I'm quite happy of how it turned out. I chose in the end to go for a poison spider spawner simply because I had these two spawners. Well, a third one I had it over there, but I broke it because it was out of range. Couldn't get it to work in tandem with these two. And now we have to enter this place. Ooh. A little bit lower, please. And we have to remove those torches. And 1. Let's get rid of these. 2 and 3. And there they go. I have to pay attention not to leave any spot open, because the issue with cave spiders is that obviously they're poisonous, but the biggest issue is that they are tiny, and so it's very, very, very easy that they get stuck or they snuck into a very small area and you get poisoned, which is always very, very bad. Okay, so the first one seems to be working. Let's check it out if they are here. They are, and both spawners are now active. Very good. I've been testing it a little bit and it seems to be working good enough. Although you can see over there, spiders do get stuck on the little, let's say, fall drops. But we can always shoot an arrow at them for unstucking them. Well, now what's left to do, what I want to do is, well, first of all, I'll dig out a tunnel that goes way back to our elevator, so we can come over here easily without having to navigate through all the caves. And then, as a concluding act of today's episode, I want to get a sword specifically for this farm. That means a Bane of Arthropods sword. Yes. So see you back home for a little enchanting session. In the end, I opted for a Nether portal, and I'll show you right away why. Because I had started digging a tunnel over here from the skeleton farm, but look at the distance between our home portal, which is right nearby the elevator, and the portal for the spider farm. That's quite the distance. It was like 250 blocks. I had thought it was less of a distance, and instead, so another portal it is, and prismarine spiders. Yes, because over here there's the tunnel to the temple we found. It's enchanting o'clock. I'll have to get rid of these items, and then we'll meet in our little storage room for picking out the enchantments for our new sword, if we have all of them. Looting, there it is. Hello. Thank you very much. And we need an anvil. Do we have one here ready? I don't think so. May as well go over to the pumpkin and melon farm. Okay, here we are then. As per our usual, we start with the most pricey enchantment, the highest level. For naming, what's a good name for a spider slaying sword? I'll say let's call it the web splitter. Yes, why not? Since we are going to be killing spiders, sounds good enough. And there we have it, our brand new web splitter. We have to bring it over to the new farm, but I'll do it off camera, don't worry. And let's meet up back to the signboard for concluding today's episode. And as the sun rises, so are we concluding today's episode. Today was a very productive episode. We finally managed to remove from the signboard this one, although I have to add yet another thing, which is adding a new floor to the enchanter's tower, because there are 2 new enchantments that can be found using villagers for the new mace that has been added in 1.21, and we'll have to then get our hands on that. And now that I think about it, we may do something a little bigger. So a wider top floor, and we could put in the middle the enchantment table. And that's going to be a very wise idea, because that way we will be having everything set up for enchanting. And we could move up a mound of anvils to be stored over there, so we don't have to go down to the pumpkin and melon farm for applying enchantments. That's a very interesting idea. Additionally, we managed to work a little bit on the Winter Wonderland, and we can tear down this side because we have started it, and we have a new signboard over there, which we'll be using for carrying on that side of the project. We managed to work a little bit also on the iceways decorations, and obviously we're progressing with the actual iceways itself. Now we have the road to the village, which is nicely decorated. The last tiny teeny bit that is missing of that side, apart, well, obviously from the super duper long one for the coral reef, but I'm not going to decorate that one. But I'm planning on decorating the one that takes us to the ancient city that we have down underneath the village. Okay, so I think that we managed to do quite a lot of stuff, more than I had originally anticipated. I hadn't planned on finishing off the village iceway actually, and that's some very good progress, a very nice progress. I thank you for having followed me until this moment. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's episode, and subscribe if you wish to be kept updated on what I post, and if you wish to tell me that you like what I post, so that I post more of these building episodes. And I will be waiting for you, as per my usual, in the next episode. Bye bye!